Okay, the first one we get going. We have 50 cards in 3 minutes. At this rate, already the hint is given for a rate question. So then you ask for 1 hour. So 3 minutes is 50 cards. Then, yes, Brian, you say times 20. Why times 20? And 60 minutes will be 1 hour. So I can just times 20 straight away instead of going down to the 1 minute. So from that, 5 times 2 is 10, and then 2 zeros at the back. That's 1,000 cards. Is that okay? Right, so this strategy we actually start learning it from rates last year. Knowing how we can use. I still remember specifically the question at P5. It was actually about the egg tray question. I don't know how many of you remember. I remember strongly because as a teacher, when I plan, I will plan strategically. Oh, that is where I want to introduce a new skill or a new trick for you. So I remember strongly last year when we learned this skill about not having to go down to 1 minute by understanding my times table well. It was an 8-tray question. And I remember I think Skylar was the one who suggested breaking down to you times 2 first, then you times 5 in this manner. Okay? And of course, the most important part is being familiar with your times table. Okay, so working backwards, the strategy for this is drawing a timeline. It will only be timeline that will be the best idea. Ending with 1:30 p.m. begin 2 hours and 45 minutes. So depending on your preference, you can go by the hour first or go by the minutes first. Yeah, I will also prefer to go by the hours like Hong Wei said, because it is easier to handle. So 1 hour it will be 12:30 p.m. Then 1 more hour will be 11:30 a.m. Then that's 2 hours already. Then 45 minutes. I can break 45 minutes to 30 minutes. Then 30 minutes will be 11 a.m. Then 15 minutes. So for the 45 minutes, there will be 10:45 a.m. I am hoping that you are getting this correct and you are just checking answer. Yeah. Can you tell me how many of you draw the timeline? Okay, very good. Okay, please use the habit of drawing the timeline. I think why emphasize on these 2 questions is about the hour. It runs in blocks of 60, different from your usual 10, 100, and thousands. Okay, next one. Then back to the usual place value of 10,000 and 100. To the nearest, rounding to the nearest 1,000, I will remember that, okay, space. Thousands place is here. You will have 0, 0, 0. 100 tens and ones, then 1,000 place is here. So it says nearest, round to the nearest 1,000, not thousands. So it's not decimal. So if it's 1,000, I know there's 3 zeros at the back. I can write in 3 zeros already. Then I focus. That means these 3 digits will become 0. I'm looking at this one here. Is it becoming 376599? Is it becoming 377000 or 376000? So these are the 2 choices. You either round up or round down. You decide, you look at the next place. So 5 or more, you round up. So the answer will be 377000. Is that okay? Ken? Stella, please don't distract away. Okay, next one. 0.04 times 300. I will choose to times 100 first, then times 3. so that I can move my decimal place, get rid of the decimal. I have 4 times 3 as the answer, which will be 12. The last one. Skylar, what's the strategy for division of fractions? KCM. Keep, change, flip. Keep, Marianne. Keep 4/5. Change, divide into times, flip. Okay. So answer is 4/25. Is it okay? Can okay, let's keep this. Okay, ready? Okay, let's go back to our volume now. Okay, today's target is to finish the finding edge of two-board, side of two-board. Alright? Ready? Okay, now before we move on to the next segment, I'll show you the... Huh? Okay, now before I show you the... what I want to show you here, can I check, have you gone to my channel and check your answers for 29 and 30 pages? The basic item pages for recall. Okay, now I show you this. You know what I'm talking about? Yes? Okay, I would like to show you this video about the 0D to 3D. Okay, I'm talking about this video that I uploaded yesterday. To page 29 and 30. Okay? So I've written the answers in for the pages, page 29 and 30. Alright? Go refer to it for recall. Okay, back here, I want to show you the video that is this one. Let's take a look. It says 0 to 4D animation. Oh, very fast, right? That's all. Okay, now, this is 0D. What do you see of it? It's just a dot. Can you see the full stop? You cannot say 0 is nothing. It's still there. Okay, it's a dot. It's a dot in space. This dot in space does not have length, breadth, and height. Can you hear length, breadth, and height? There are 3 things. That's why 3 dimensions. So, what is 1 dimension? A line. It's probably a line or a curve. So 1 dimension, maybe a line or a curve. What dimension would that be? What measurement? It can be length, it can be height. How tall, how long. But it cannot be, there will not be another measurement. You know what I'm saying? There's only 1 measurement. That's why we say, if you talk about length, it's just centimeters. cm, that's all. Or meters, that's all. Because it's a 1 dimension measurement. How long is, what is the distance between Jurong and Changi Airport? That's a 1 dimension. So you use kilometers and that's it. You don't have a square kilometer, cubic kilometer, things like that. It's just 1 measurement. It's just like saying, how tall are you? So Firas may be 161 centimeter, maybe, correct? Around there. Maybe you go taller. It's a centimeter to stop. There's no square. Okay, so what happens when it's a 2D? 2 dimension, it becomes a shape that has more than 1 dimension. There is 1 measurement, like length and breadth, length and height, base and height for triangles. So this is like a 2D object. Remember 2D object? 2D shapes. Two-dimensional shapes. Like circle, triangle, square. Rectangle. Parallelogram, rhombus. They have measurements that you say, they occupy a space like that. Can you see the blue color area? What's the blue color area? The unit of measurement will be? Area. It will be square centimeter or square meter. Can you see where the square comes from? It comes from the idea of two dimension. Length times breadth. cm times cm square centimeter or cm square. Meter times meter, meter square or square centimeter, square meter. Can you understand? Okay, so when I drag this like a poker card, have you seen a poker card before? It's a stack or Uno card. You know Uno cards? When you hold a single Uno card, it's like a two-dimensional rectangle. But when you stack a whole stack of Uno cards, you have a cubeboard. You know what I'm talking about? So from a 2D, it becomes a three-dimensional figure. This is how you draw it. On the screen, it's still flat, but if you're supposed to be able to imagine it becomes like a cuboid. It becomes three-dimension. Three-dimension means you have length, breadth, and height. Okay, three measurements. So your unit measurements will be cubic centimeter. Now, why is this important? It is important when you start to having to calculate. So, for example, in the next part, finding an edge of a cuboid. So in our textbook, there are these pages, page 30 to 31. It tells you that when given two measurements and a missing other measurement, I can find by using this like formula. Because volume is length times breadth times height, if I have one missing measurement, I can use the volume divided by the product of the other two. Can you understand? Alright. Then, likewise for this one. I have the missing measurement here, the height. Because I know the volume, I can find the height easily by using the volume divided by the product of the other two. Is that okay? Okay, so as this one as well. Right, okay, so back to the worksheet that we are talking about here. On the next page, this was also homework on last Friday. Finding the edge of a cuboid. So it's a calculator question. So the key question is, I have this identity, volume, it is the multiplication of length times breadth times height. If any of the identity is missing, I can use volume divided by the product of two. So in this case, the three measurements are here: length, breadth, and height. I have length that is missing. I have the volume given. So, to find the missing measurement, which is length, I'll use 84 divided by the product of the other two, 4 times 3. That is 84 divided by 12. Answer is 7 units centimeter. Is that okay? Okay? Know the difficulty, right? Next one, I have the volume given, meter cube. These are the two measurements given, length, breadth, height. Given length, given breadth, to know height. So to find the height, I'll take the volume, divide the product of the other two, length times breadth, which is 432 divided by length times breadth, 6 times 6. I can use the calculator to press this. 432 divided by 36. Or I can just write Otherwise, I can write 432 divided by 6, then divide by another 6. It will give me the same answer. Now, let me just ask, how many of you wrote this formula out? How many of you wrote these out? How many of you got this step? And the answer is 12? 12 what? Meters. Now, did anybody write this? That's acceptable also. Okay? So, which do you prefer is up to you. Both are acceptable. Okay? So, as the last one is the same steps. Let's move on to the next one. So, this one is also the same idea. Calculator can be used. I have the volume given and 2 other missing measurements. The first one is easy. So, the volume is, you can see, the volume is in cubic centimeters. So, it's a cm times cm times cm. That's why cm with the 3 is a cube. So the first one is 6 times 3 times 5. That will be 90 cubic centimeter. To find B, I will take 468 divided by 4 divided by 9. Is that okay? Or like Skylar says, 468 divided by 36. Now, let me ask Aiden over there, why is it that Skylar, just now I said 468 divided by 9 divided by 4, Jared nodded his head. Why? Sorry? Sorry? You want to find the height. So you divide by the other 2 measurements. Divide by 9 and divide by 4. Then Skylar said, how about 468 divided by 36? Is that acceptable? Yes. How about? Very good. 9 times 4. Well done. Well said. So this page can do by yourself, no issue, right? You give it a try. All the measurements are given, just press the calculator, you get it in. And the good thing is the units is given for you, you don't have to write it in. Okay, then we are at another calculator question. Don't you just love the calculator when you can use it? Alright? Okay, so here, this is the problem here. I have the volume of the cuboid is placed at 3 different positions. Length of the unknown side of the cuboid. For this moment, this looks like the height. For this moment, this looks like the height. For this moment, this looks like the height. Isn't it confusing? Actually, it's not. It's just the cuboid. Huh? It's just the cuboid being placed at different positions. It's just like saying, I have this calculator. I place it flat like this. I can place it standing. I can place it on the side. Right? But he was saying that there were 3 measurements. Is this doable? Very doable, right? I have a cuboid. No matter what, I will have 3 measurements. These 3 measurements will always be the same 3 measurements. It will be like this, it can be like this, or it can be on the side. Okay? But the 3 measurements will always be the same. So in this case, I have 4 and 20. Now, looking at this has all unknowns, right? Let's say I highlight. What do you think is the whoops? Okay, what do you think is this measurement here? 20, yes. What do you think is this measurement here? 4. Do you think you can find already? So the question mark will be here. I have given the volume So here, the length of the unknown side for this one will be the volume 1200 divided by 4, then divided by 20. Which is the same as saying 1200 divided by 4 times 20, the same. So you have the measurement in centimeter. Now, then, do I know everything already actually? What is this measurement? Let me use the same color again. Can you see that this is the same? What is this measurement? This is also 20 centimeter, that's right. How about here? Can you see when I color it where the sides are? How it lie down on the different sides of the cuboid. Is it okay? Okay? Okay, move on. Am I going too fast for you? So you realize that it's just the cuboid lying on different sides of the different face of the cuboid. And there is actually only just one unknown side. Okay, moving on. Okay, okay. So we'll complete all the attempt to complete all the level 1 questions today. Here, it says here, find the unknown edge of the cuboid. In this question, you have the volume is given is this, and its base area is 48 square centimeter. So I have volume is equals to length times breadth times height. Now, but oddly come to this question, I want to find the unknown edge. In this case, is this one here. What is this measurement? Length, breadth, or height? Height. Okay. So to find this unknown edge called the height, I can use the volume 336 divided by 48. Why? Very good. Because what is 48? The length and breadth. So just now I asked Aiden that same question. I said, for this question here, just now I asked Aiden this question, right? I said, Jaren said 468 divided by 9, then divided by 4. That's correct. Aiden says to find the missing measurement height. Then I asked the same question again. I said, how come Skylar say I can use 468 divided by 36? Aiden says, because 9 times 4 is 36. So looking at this, Jaren said, okay, I can just divide by 48 straight away because 48 is length times breadth already. Which, if you recall, what did I say about the Uno card just now? No, there's only one answer. Okay, remember what I said about the Uno card just now? So the area here is like one piece of Uno card. So you are asking like the question, how many pieces of Uno card am I stacking up? To give me a total volume of 336. That's to the height. Okay? So here, in this case, I have length times breadth times height that give me the volume. In this case, 48 is this thing called length and breadth times together. That's what you call base area. That means it's sitting on it. So it's sitting on its length and breadth, so it's called base area. So to find the height, I use the volume divided by the base area. I will get the 1 dimension. I use the 3 dimension, that is volume, divide by the 2 dimension, which is the area, I get the 1 dimension, that is height. Which is 7. Okay. 7? 7 what? Centimeter, cm. Is it okay? Okay, for some of us, you probably have learned this already, not so hard. Agree? Okay? Okay. So, but for those of us who are listening for the first time, I won't go too fast. Alright, so right? Okay. Moving on. So the rest of the ones, are they difficult? Actually, only one step only. So for the next one, I put the Uno card on one side like this. I'm asking how many Uno cards do I stack together to give me the volume of 240 cubic meters. And I have a shaded face. So it's like I take this length, breadth, and height. So the shaded face is the length times the height. I'm looking for the missing edge, that's the breadth. Okay? You got it already, huh? Some of you very fast. So length of the edge of will be the volume divided by the shaded area, shaded face, which is 240 divided by 60. And the unit will be meters. Is it okay? Easy, right? Can't wait to move forward already. Can we do the resolve the last question on your own? Can I? So I have 240 divided by 60, and then the fourth and the last one, length of the missing edge will be 720 divided by 120. And that is in centimeters. Make sure you have the correct units, okay? The units are very important. One mark for each. Half a mark for each. Is it okay? Moving on. Can let's try a bit more on the next page. Still doable, right? Now the face, shaded face may be at any other side of the keyboard. Okay. Page 34. Is that homework, okay? Page 34. Very doable. It's the same method as page 33. Is it okay? Page 34. So it's quite straightforward. One step you can solve already. So I have a missing edge. Take the volume, divide by the given, you get meters. One step finished already. Happy, right? Okay. Can I move forward? Okay. We'll stop at this page here, the fun page. I think we can finish this whole thing by this week. We haven't got to the word problems yet. Yes? Okay? In fact, I feel that some of us can go faster. Page 34, okay everybody? Anybody struggling with page 34? Quite straightforward, pressing on the calculator, right? Is it okay, difficult to understand? Quite right, yeah? Okay, can we move on a bit more? Let's try to move a bit more. This one we introduced it last Friday. Remember the square root and cube root. Have you found the function on the calculator? I'll try this now. Can you notice the cube root and the square root are different identities? So 2 times 2 is like having 2 measurements, length times breadth. The area is 4. So square root the area, I can find the length of the square is 2. 6 times 6 is like the area of a square. So I square root the area of the square, I can find the length of one side, is 6. Okay? Cube. So this is the keyword. Square and cube. Square for 2D, cube for 3D. So 2 times 2, you're talking about a square. 3 times 3 times 3, you're talking about a cube. 3, 3, 3. 2, 2. So cube root is 3. Is this okay? Okay? Okay. Then we try up to page 35. Okay? So far all calculator, use a calculator to help you. Is it okay, everybody? Page 35 is a practice of using the calculator, that's all. Okay? Square root and cube root. Until page 35. Tomorrow I would like us to continue with the word problems. Okay? Yep. Until page 35. 3, 5. Okay? Okay? Okay, end of lesson. Okay? Right, okay. So that's it for